This realm is... If you ever have any... Animal test 6308. Swirl. Mark 2. Growl. Make yourself a room! Get with me! Let's play Trina. Stand clear.
Relax. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
Before me, worm! Perish!
Escape! Mind the danger.
Feeble human!
Kamisato Sui! Be still.
You cannot defy me, mortal! My endless cycle begins!
May have overestimated myself. But the plan was water inside. Wordless insect.
Feeble human!
strong.
Let it be known that divinity is mine!
I see everything.
Churn!
Absorption test. Grow. Sharing my knowledge.
Insignificant pest!
Terrified. Animal hyperspace simulation. Stand clear. Just stay freely. This way.
Cascade! Depth back!
Committed to memory.
At my command, you shall fall!
Take care of.
Wordless insect.
Bond is strong.
I am the all-knowing God! Burn to oblivion!
Grow.
Kneel!
Be still. Alright, time to...
This way.
Tremble!
Stand with me. Hate.
Reality is pain! Good riddance, cruel world.
Just stay freely. The Temple of Wisdom. Animal test 6308. A bond is strong. Stand clear. Absorption test. That's not right.
Not possible.
Animal test 6308. Swirl. Stand with me.
Mind the deluge.
Grow. Make yourselves a room. Yes. I'll settle this. Absorption test.
Cascade!
Yes. Animal test.
I was destined for more.
is strong. Commit it to memory.
Traveler, Paimon, I'd like your assistance.
That's fine with Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
I have a few theories, but there are some places I'd like to investigate first.
Sure. Where would you like?
I want to go back to where we first met up. According to your accounts, you encountered the ghost there and passed out. I believe there may still be some clues there.
Do we really have to go?
Are you worried that she'll be My worry.
Wow, Hazel.
The more cases you... This should be approximately where you first encountered the ghost. Of course, we cannot conclude, but I'd like to go over everything that happened.
Let Paimon think. She warned us not to go near her.
And then what happened?
Then, Paimon saw some... Exactly!
It's possible, even if she is a ghost.
Wasn't she after our...
I think she was just trying to scare you.
Oh.
Think about it. Besides,
That does...
I believe there are only two possibilities. But if you had really been cursed, then you would probably have noticed. So,
But why would she want to scare... Maybe she was trying to get us to quit so she Oh! Probably not. So why does she want to scare us? Do you have
based solely... But this evidence, though... Have you found any leads yet?
Yeah, some tree branches...
I see. After you left, aside from the bent branches, there are If only there was some more conclusive evidence.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's you guys! What are you all doing here? We heard you were out searching for... Oh, that's real...
Actually, we're also really unsure about what... We just asked the members of Mr. Ito's gang about what happened to them. And it sounded really scary. That lady is either a nasty, evil spirit or a formidable yokai. But we still want to hold the Mikawa Flower Fest.
We long admired the friendship between Lord Kamai and the samurai, which is why we want to hold the Mikawa Flower, even though our powers are limited.
The Jinju Forest covers a large area, so it'd be great to have more help in the Welcome to the team. Let's all...
Don't worry, we're very familiar with the area. We won't miss any clues. Look what I found down by the river! Huh? What is it?
Is it a scrap of black cloth?
This is a piece of shade cloth.
Shade cloth?
Yeah. There's a rough tear in the
Branches?
Suppose that when the shade cloth was... Either she didn't care...
But why would...
I'm only Maybe she used it to... Let's not worry about that for... Next, I'd like...
Oh, I know the way. I asked the gang member...
Good. Please, let's go find out what's going on.
This is the place. They claim that...
Huh. We saw the very same thing!
Let's start by taking a look around the area, just as we did.
I found some sort of... The inside of it looks like...
Judging from the brother, the
There's some strange powder in... I picked some up and sniffed it.
I believe we're closing in on the truth. I'm almost certain that the woman she possesses no extraordinary powers. She was merely...
Some small props?
First and foremost, the test of courage You were initially frightened because you were already tensed up. You were breathing more rapidly. That's when she pulled down...
So, it was all just a show. She tricked us!
There is, however, still one loose end. That couldn't have been accomplished. She can only use...
Whoa!
If we rule out the potential, I know who the woman is.
We'll come up...
No. You should go back and tell the others the truth has surfaced.
Okay. If you run into any
There shouldn't be any danger now, but... Let's search along the cliffside. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a chunk of earth that's unlike the others.
I knew it. I knew that you would come find me here.
There she is. Paimon thought you were a yokai like the others, but they said they never seen you before. So, who are you? And why did you try to scare us?
I have already warned you never to speak to me. If you don't leave now, then...
She's terrifying! Hazo, it sure doesn't seem like she's using any props this time!
Don't move. Just trust me. Your yokai power won't scare us. It will only hasten your demise.
Yokai power?
Huh? How did you know?
You're a yokai that emerged from an object and assumed a human form outside of your own body. When this type of yokai is close to its own body, it can use some yokai power, but that ability weakens as it moves further away. And if the original body is destroyed, then the yokai that originated from it will likewise perish. Should I refer to you as a Hagoita spirit or Tsukumogami?
Don't bother. You may call me Hanyuda.
Chizuru, why do you want us to leave? If you're a yokai, you should understand why the other yokai want to interact with humans. Besides, we had a great time playing a Kitsuyugen.
Yes. That's why. That's why I don't want you.
Sad?
I'm sure the yokai have already told you, but they don't actually know. The samurai was about 25 years old when they met at the festival. They met again 10 years later and remained friends. They spent time together drinking, traveling, and sparring. When they had first met, they merely respected each other, but 10 years later, they became best friends. After another decade, the samurai had reached the pinnacle of his swordsmanship and won their duel by a narrow margin. Kamai was so astonished by his defeat, he gave up drinking and began training to become stronger for their next duel. However, another 10 years later, Kamai did not meet the samurai. As it turned out, war had broken out in the south, and the samurai had gone to defend the border. Kamai was unconcerned, because 10 years was nothing in a yokai's lifetime. But when they met once again, Kamai discovered that the samurai was already 65 years old. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the samurai's gray hair and scars covering his body.
Hey, old friend. Can you still wield the sword?
I'm getting too old to fight. This time, I've come to say goodbye.
I see. Then, how about one last game of Akitsu Hazara?
All right.
The samurai gave his best effort during the game, but had to quit halfway through because he was too weak. After putting down his agoita, Kamai remained silent for a long time before letting out a long sigh.
What a shame.
Their friendship started as something they looked forward to, and in just a few decades it turned into regret. Lord Kamai's appearance hadn't changed, but his dear friend in front. People often say we yokai are different. When the dream ends, even a wise and seasoned yokai like Kamai felt sadness when it was time to say goodbye. Imagine what a pure and kind...
Oh.
So, you mean...
I was hiding on this beach, waiting for the last of my days. But those 3 yokai came and set up the Akitsu Yugin here, which woke me from my slumber. I didn't want them to approach humans with unbridled optimism and enthusiasm just because they'd heard the legend.
Is that why you Oh.
My power has become, but that jerk was greedy. He wanted to steal the decoration. That's why I used my
So by the way, how did you know the...
It's okay if you don't want to tell us. I've already figured it out. Your true form is this pair of Hagoita, isn't it?
Hagoita? Oh, wait! So that means she's...
The pair of Hagoita used by Kamai and you gradually developed sentience after being even with the yokai power, and if my...
Excellent work. You figured it all out. Congratulations, little ones. You've passed the 3rd round of the test.
Miko? And the Shrine Maiden? Paimon thought you went missing.
I apologize for causing you concern. It was actually Lady Yai's idea.
Because fear is induced by uncertainty, the more chaotic the situation, the better. Having the event staff also mysteriously vanish only added to the uncertainty. I must say, I think this test of courage truly lived up to its name.
So you're the one responsible for all the scary stuff.
Hitomi, go tell the others that the test of courage has ended and that we have a winner.
Now that I've solved the mystery, I'm going back to meet with my client. The intent to steal is not exactly a serious crime, but it can't go unpunished. I'll see you 2 later.
Miko, did you choose the Hagoita for the 3rd round of the test of courage because you already knew about Chizuru?
Miko, Lady Yai, you're...
I followed Kitsune Saigu around the Mikawa Flower Festival one year and saw her play Akitsu Hazara. That was when I saw you. You didn't have a human form at the time and possessed only the earliest traces of sentience.
I remember now. You were on Kitsune Saigu's shoulder.
I went for a stroll on the beach some time ago and sensed a familiar yokai power. Though your power was weak, I was still able to find you. You were sitting in a tree, gazing at the tourists below. I overheard you telling yourself that you must be patient and avoid contact with humans.
Huh? When was that? I didn't notice you at all.
With your powers being so diminished, it was only natural that you didn't notice me. You must have been blaming yourself all this time. You knew Kamai and the samurai became friends as a result of Akitsu Hazara, a game connected to your existence.
At the time, I couldn't take on a human form like this. I had only a hazy sense of the outer world. After they first met at the Mikawa Flower Festival, I felt proud to know that I had left a mark on their story. But after they said their final goodbyes, I could often hear Kamai sighing to himself. I couldn't help but hide, because I blamed myself. When I woke up again, the world had changed. Lady Yae, you are a well-known yokai. You must know many more things than I do. So I have a question for you. People meet, become friends, and then go their separate ways. After such a short time, they leave only regret and sadness in their wake. Is it really worthwhile for us yokai to interact with humans?
Why not? Tell me, how did you feel when you played Akitsu?
I felt happy, but...
But your rationality told you that it was wrong, didn't it? It turns out that there is still another piece to the story of Kamai and the samurai that you are missing.
What do you mean? The samurai and Kamai never met again.
True, but the story doesn't end there. That samurai's name was Yanagibashi Takuto, who also happens to be the founder of the Soran Ishin art. It is believed that Takuto developed this style of swordsmanship while dueling with Kamai, who had also befriended the third-generation heir of the Soran Ishin art, Tominaga Masanari. 500 years ago, Kamai and Tominaga fought side by side until their final moments, and the sword Tominaga wielded was passed down from Yanagibashi. The regret Kamai once felt had finally been resolved.
Oh. I never knew.
We yokai are not like humans. Humans have too short a lifespan, and the day will inevitably come when we must say goodbye. However, the bond formed by friendship will not be broken, but rather carried on in a new form. There's no reason to be upset by this. Time flies by in an instant, and life passes by like a dream. So, you must be happy in the present. You should understand what I mean now.
Hey, compadres!
Ito, what are you doing here?
He told me everything. And I also heard that you won the last round. I even know who the ghost lady is now. Anyway, I had a little discussion with the others, and, Hey, you're that fox lady. Why are you here?
Please just disregard my presence. Now, tell us what you discussed.
Ah, right. All right, listen up. To celebrate the end of the Test of Courage event, we will be holding the Mikawa Flower Festival. I gave it some real thought and realized that it might be kind of difficult for those little yokai to hold the festival on their own. But with my help, it won't be a problem. That's right. Arataki, the one and only Ito, will be in charge of organizing the best Mikawa Flower Festival anyone's ever seen.
Hooray for Ito!
Oh.
Can we really trust this guy with the festival?
Hey, what you trying to say? Besides, it won't just be me. Other people will help too. Even my bro Ayato is gonna be there. Everyone's busy getting ready, and the festival will be up and running in no time. It won't be long until you can all join the fun.
You're the best, Ito!
And what would a festival be without me? I'll be sure to go have a look, too. It has been some time since I've attended a festival. Fortunately, I brought sake with me.
Paimon's gotta admit, Ito does have his moments. A festival, delicious food, count Paimon in!
All right, I'll join. If you don't mind, that is.
Looks like the festival has started! Let's go check it out! Ito and Goro! What are you two talking about?
Oh, I was just saying that if I had more time, I'd have built a massive fishing pond here.
Fishing? You know, when I live...
Take it from an expert, using your hands to catch. Just the other day, I caught a fish so big.
That's an unusual problem to...
Huh? A big fish? How come you didn't...
Huh? You wrote a letter to Yai Publishing House?
Oh, you bet I did. I wrote to the That's Life column, and I...
Huh. What a coincidence. I do some part-time work there, and I recently received a similar...
You mean the letter was about dealing with a giant fish they caught? No. Could it be? Could it be that there's someone as good at fishing as I am? Oh, not on my watch. Hey, you all go enjoy the festival. I'm gonna get out there and catch an even bigger fish. Just you wait. I'll be inviting you all to my fish feast.
Aw, the string snapped. I was so close. Yoimiya, this is more difficult than it looks. Can you really fish out these water balloons with a string?
Don't worry. Let me show you a little trick. Just remember that your hand has to be quick.
Yo-Yo Tsuri! Paimon's seen this game in some light novels before.
Do you want to give it a shot? Close one eye, aim carefully, and fish it out quickly.
Oh, it looks kinda tricky. Paimon will let the traveler try. You have to catch at least 3...
But Yoimiya, if I close one eye, I won't be able to see anything.
This ramen is so good.
Yes, it feels like it's been ages since the last time I had some.
You mean you don't get to eat ramen very often, Ayaka? But it's so delicious!
Oh, it's you. We'll need 2 more bowls of ramen, please. Food like ramen and hot pot tend to have a lot of oil and salt, so I don't get to eat them very often.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, now Paimon totally gets why Ayaka would put cake into hot pot.
Huh?
Oh, please, no need to bring that up again.
Phew, I'm stuffed and feeling a little sleepy. I'm just gonna take a nap.
By the way, were there any special stalls at yokai festivals in the past?
Yes, but... well, it's a long story.
Paimon can't believe you couldn't get a single water balloon. You've gotten rusty. Chizuru managed to finally get one and gave it to Hitotsume Kozo.
He looked like he really wanted it.
But Paimon wanted one too.
All right, then I'll catch one for you next time.
Yay!
Come on now, this is way more expensive than usual. Even if it is a festival, you shouldn't hike up the prices this much.
Hey now, it costs money to run a stall. I need to raise my prices to help cover the expenses, you know?
Fair enough. How about 5 masks for 30% off? Final offer.
All right, all right.
It's so hot. Feels like I'm being roasted here.
Don't get too close. It's better to keep a few steps back.
I know. It's just so rare to see such a nice bonfire. I want to get as close as I can to enjoy it.
There are many beautiful things in the world. There's no need to be anxious. The festival has only just begun.
I was surprised that you didn't even tell your sister. It seems she was quite frightened, too.
It would have been uninteresting had I told her what was going to happen ahead of time. Besides, with her friends by her side, she wouldn't ever be too scared. Having a little fright is good to release any tension she might have accumulated lately.
Everything went according to plan. People started to panic as soon as they sensed that they had no idea what was happening. How amusing.
Yes, well done.
Hey, you two, stop laughing! It was scary!
Have you finished exploring the festival? Well then, are you having a good time?
Yeah!
The original Mikawa Flower Festival was much more live because it's always more fun to enjoy a festival with friends, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you.
Well then, I'm guessing you have something you want to say to him alone? We'll leave you in peace.
What did you want to say?
You saw through me again. I can't help but...
It's not that I know
Traveler, do you have a moment? I'd like to talk to you. Alone on the beach.